Hello, my name is Alex Kopnick. I'm the producer of this event. Thank you so much for attending this event tonight. It really means a lot to us. Before I continue talking, I just want to give you guys a few reminders. First of all, please make sure to turn off all of your cell phones and other wireless devices during the show. We don't want to disrupt the actors. Also, please make sure we have no flash photography allowed during performances in our theater, so please make sure that it's all turned off. And all jokes aside, please make sure that you are not recording tonight's performance. We're not making any money from it, and it would be a shame if some money that should go to these fantastic organizations, Artist Relief and the Black Arts Futures Fund, did not go there. So please just make sure not to record our work. We've worked very hard. And again, thank you so much for attending. Thank you for supporting the arts even in times of crisis. And thank you for your very generous donations. As of the time that I'm talking, which is 7:31 p.m., Friday, June 6th, yes, June 5th, yes, we are live. Maybe there's a bit of a delay. We have raised $2,048.19. So thank you very much for your very generous donations. I also want to say thank you to all of our collaborators who have helped make this event possible, from our marketing team to our actors, to our writers, to our directors, and everyone in between. So thank you. All collaborators on this project are volunteering, and it is amazing to see what people are giving in their time and in their passion. The art is really incredible, and I'm really excited to share it with you. These plays were written to reflect a modern context that is different than the moment of reckoning that we find ourselves in now. I have a full note about all of this, about the context of our event, which again, thank you so much for attending. And that is all in our virtual program, which you can find linked in the description down below. And that will also give you information about all of our performances tonight and all of our performers. And now to share a few words about the moment we find ourselves in, I would like to introduce Dr. Candace Smith, lecturer in the Department of African American and African Diaspora Studies at Indiana University in Bloomington. I'll leave it to you, Dr. Smith.
Thank you, Alex. Good evening to everyone. Celia, Thomas Moss, Thomas Shipp and Abram Smith, Amadou Diallo, Kendra Chapman, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Botham Jean, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd. Say her name. Say his name. 400 years, 8 minutes, 46 seconds, and counting. The number of Black people who have perished in police custody or under an unjust system of US local, state, in federal jurisdictions and laws. We've been here before many, many times. But this time, it's different, or so we hope. If all lives matter, there would be no need for Black Lives Matter. That ideological and political intervention, begun by a tweet in 2013 from three Black queer women, Alicia Garza, Patrice Cullors, and Opal Tometi. An intervention in a world where Black lives are systematically and intentionally targeted for demise. It is an affirmation of Black folks' contributions to this society, our humanity, and our resilience in the face of deadly oppression, as stated by co-founder Alicia Garza. But there is a need for Black Lives Matter. And many people, Black, Brown, Asian, Latino, Indigenous, and white, see that need. The need to acknowledge, the need to support, the need to resist, and the need to act against racist speech, behavior, and policies that seek to limit or destroy Black lives. Your ignorance, your reticence, your silence and inaction are complicit. Educate yourselves. Be willing to voice opposition to racism. Take a knee for justice and off our necks, or we all won't breathe. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Smith, for those very powerful words. Our festival will begin shortly. We have 3 shows tonight. The first 2 are one-act plays, and the last one is a short play. We hope that you'll stick around to watch them all. Thank you, and enjoy.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Starting in just a moment is And We Will Radiate, written by Josh Beasley, directed by Ansley Valentine, starring Riley Cole, Rachel Petronic, Josh Beasley, and Gardy Gilbert, with music from Colin Hodgkin and Kat Rodriguez.
Gosh, Kramer, I'm so sorry that I'm late. Kramer? Okay. Sound check. How about a sound check? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Search for the calm that is hibernating inside of you and wake it up. Show the world that you do
Are
not.
you okay?
Jesus. Kramer, manually pull the shit out of me next time, why don't you?
I'm gonna ask again. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. You're here now. I'm here now. And now the question is, where the fuck is everyone else?
They're probably on their way. Just got caught up in something.
What? Telemarketing? Who gets caught up in telemarketing? You offer a masochist a job as an at-home telemarketer, and he says, no thanks, even I have my limits.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're calling him out like that.
Well, I'm just saying, if he's saying he's gonna show up, then he should, actually show up.
Oh, Tatum, that would require him following through with something that isn't completely about himself. Vera just texted. She's almost on. Is Avis on their way?
Avis, well, he said he's not feeling very good, so they're lying down.
So we're down one tonight?
Yeah, but ideally, hopefully,
If George ever decides to actually talk to us again.
he will. And besides, this is supposed to be about us taking care of ourselves by reaching out to each other and showing each other that we're not alone. And you have me and Vera soon.
And you have me too, Tatum.
Yes, and we have us. And if he doesn't come, then he can just have himself. And he can fuck himself. Raw or medium rare, and he can like it.
I'd like it.
I bet you would.
I'd frankly like anything right now. Oh
Meow,
my gosh. So
wow,
yesterday.
bitches! Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Looks like I made it in the lick of time. Perfect timing, some might say.
Some might say you're late.
Yeah, but better late than never, right?
Where you been, bitch?
Ugh, Rolo spilled my wine all over the counter and I had to clean it up. But I think she had a few gulps of it because now she's not walking in a straight line and she cried herself to sleep in the litter box after finding out her toy mice were dead all along.
Oh my God, that is so sad. I completely understand. Send Rolo my love.
Ugh, I would, but she's cheating on me with Olivia.
Not Olivia.
Which one's Olivia?
The one that's always in sweatpants, has insomnia, which has now turned into like hypersomnia because she's been sleeping, and I'm not exaggerating, like 17 hours a day. And when not in the litter box, Rolo has been slumbering with her like the whore that she is. Oh, Rolo, not Olivia. Olivia watches too many documentaries to be a whore.
I self-identify as a whore and I watch documentaries, so please watch yourself.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, shut up, Kramer.
What? I am. So I was sauteing some veggies yesterday, and I was looking at a couple of the Brussels sprouts as they rubbed up against the zucchini as the avocado oil sizzled, and let's just say Jesus was testing me. Luckily, my sister came in to get a glass of water just in time, so I let the sprouts zuck themselves in peace.
You're an inspiration and aspiration, really. I aspire to be you one day.
I perspire to be you one day, B.O. and all.
Coming after my overactive sweat glands.
I'd shake your hand, but I'm allergic to clams.
I'm an aphrodisiac, baby.
Those are oysters.
Are clams not oysters?
I don't know. I don't think clams can make pearls, can they?
Well, I can't blame them. Pearl making is difficult. Just ask your ex-boyfriend.
Hey, he made me a necklace one time, so take it back.
Oh, I don't think anyone else is coming. So we might as well start doing our due.
What about George? We're not going to wait for him to do our due with us too?
You think George is coming? Are you sure he's not just gonna pull a Kramer and not come?
What, Vera? I'm here.
I mean, he was busy last week, so cut him some slack.
Oh, boo. I didn't like that one.
Last week was his birthday.
And I do come, by the way. I just have to wait until 2 a.m. when the rest of my family's asleep.
Yes, exactly. His birthday. All the more reason to come and hang out with us. I mean, what else are best friends for?
Are we really best friends if we've hardly talked in over a year?
Well, maybe not best friends per se, but like real friends. Real friends, like people who you drive around downtown at 4 a.m. eating French fries with. People who you stay up listening to music, drinking wine, burning incense. You know, people who know everything about you.
What's my middle name?
Okay, scratch that. Most things, they know most things about you. Just like the stuff that's beyond the have you seen me milk carton kid scripters.
Nobody uses milk cartons for missing children anymore, Vera.
I've always wanted to be a missing person, to like have someone want you so badly that they'd kidnap you or kill you. It's kind of romantic.
And the red flag goes to Kramer Joseph Erickson.
My middle name's not fucking Joseph. My parents never got me a goddamn dream coat.
Yeah, and clearly that lack of love is wearing on you. Killing someone is the opposite of romantic. It's Kitnamore. It's Kitnamore, Kramer.
I just want someone to throw a party for me. I don't care if it's a search party.
Speaking of missing persons, did he text either of you?
No.
Mm-mm.
Well then, let's turn the do into the doing. Do you guys have your candles?
Yeah.
I have a new one this week, sponsored by my mom's personal Yankee collection. It's called Juicy Watermelon. I'm obsessed. Tastes nothing like watermelon. Not ideal for fondue, but ideal for melting, which might confuse the French.
Tu parles de moi?
Baguette.
Hey, y'all, really? Can we please get started?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Tate. Let's.
Yeah, sorry, Tate.
No. You two are great. I don't mean to snap. Stressful day.
You're so good, T.
Is he any better?
No, but it's not just him. It's been a lot of things. Avis and I were talking.
Oh my God, do my eyes deceive me? Look what it's...
Hello, can you hear
Oh,
me?
there
Hello?
it
George!
Hi,
The
can you hear
latest
me?
birthday boy himself. We didn't think you were gonna make it.
Yeah, sort of lost track of time, but what's time anyway? I mean, is it noon? Is it midnight? Does it matter? Because it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
What were you saying, Tatum?
We'll get into it. Yeah. So, George, so happy you could make it.
Oh yeah, me too. Let's get this party pumping. I just found this super awesome band and we have got to check them out.
So this isn't that kind of party.
Huh? I'm lost.
It's just this party, it isn't about getting pumping or checking out cool bands and whatnot.
Okay, well then what is it about? A party that doesn't party?
Well, it's a check-in party.
Kate, I thought you said that we'd, be chilling, tuning out and taking our minds off things.
And we are, but we are tuning out by tuning in to our bodies and our souls.
Self-care central. Woo woo! It's like a bubble bath for your brain.
A break from all the craziness.
A chance to connect, to check in, to help you get through this. It's been developing for a while. I got the idea from, do you remember Mabe's class?
Oh yeah, I loved Mabe's class.
Mabe the Babe.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Mabe the Babe. He made psychology feel like a science.
Yeah, well, it's very much like that, except with some new ideas that I've been reading about in these books. Good shit, too.
Okay, so what's different?
So I think it's really important for us to know where we're at before we try to articulate it. So I lead us through a guided meditation.
They guide, we meditate.
And then we check in with each other, articulate what's been going on, our struggles.
Our struggles.
Yeah, it's a safe space. Virtually the safest.
And if you want any help or advice, or if there's anything we can do at all, George, to help you, then please let us know. That's what we're here for.
And then we scream.
We scream.
They're like cleansing breaths. This is all a lot. And sometimes it's helpful to vocalize the lotness that it is.
Yell like hell, so the hell we're in doesn't dwell.
Okay, my neighbors are going to love that.
Yeah, but it's not about your neighbors. And it's like what Mabe always said. Anything worth doing
is worth doing badly.
Right. And we start with our ritual of lighting the candles. So we're all going to light our candles together, shall we?
What candles?
Mine's juicy watermelon.
Any candle.
I don't have any candles.
You don't have any candles, like any at all. Candlesticks, tea candles, hell, even those multi-wax ceramic thingies.
What about your incense? You could use your incense.
I got rid of them. Yeah, stopped using them. Yeah, I don't have any of that.
That's okay. He can use mine. I can just go get another one.
Great idea, Kramer. Why don't you just Wonka vision it over to him? I can't believe you don't have a candle. I told you to make sure you had a candle. I sent you a text. Not that you've responded in any way anyway, but I made sure to remind you. Bring a candle.
I must not have seen it. I don't have one. Is it that big of a deal?
I could just light it for him on my side so that there's enough candles for everyone.
But that defeats the purpose.
Okay, calm down. You getting upset over this defeats the purpose of meditating, doesn't it?
I think it's a good idea, Kramer.
Yeah? Okay, yeah, I'll go get one. I'll be right back.
If this is worth doing, it should be okay if I do it badly, right?
I'm gonna go get some water.
Jesus, Vera, if I knew not bringing a candle would burn this badly, I might have actually done it.
So you did get their text. God, George, why didn't you just get one?
What do you mean, why didn't I just get one? Vera, they texted me yesterday. Yesterday! You know, while I was at the park. The wild candles there haven't blossomed yet.
Whatever. It's fine.
Why does it even matter that much?
It doesn't. I guess. It's just because we're all so, isolated. It's just a way for us to be together, like physically. Well, not physically, but we're all sharing the same sensual experience together.
Then we might as well just jack off into our webcams then if we're going for sensual experiences. And I'll do it too if it'll ease the tension.
Please don't. Kramer's got you covered sensuously. God. Hey, when did you stop using incense?
So, I have apple cinnamon from last week or tropical adventure. Which one do you want?
I don't care.
Tropical adventure it is then. Geez, what did I miss?
Oh, George was about to masturbate on camera.
What?
No, I wasn't. People are paying for that shit nowadays. I wouldn't just do it for free.
Oh, Georgie, people were always paying for that. It's just a lot more acceptable now and a bit more expected.
So, is everyone ready? Can we just get on with it?
Ready.
Great. Then everybody take your candles. And take a moment to remember that this light that we all share, it is our connection in these dark times. And that's, you can make the world brighter just by igniting something within yourself. We will get through this, and we will radiate.
And we will radiate.
And we will radiate.
And we will radiate.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Search for the calm that is hibernating inside of you and wake it up. Shitty, crazy, yet abundant things are happening each day, and we will not let them have power over us, for we will experience them on our own terms, and we will feel them with our whole immense entirety. It is not bad to be sad. We are not fine. We are not lines. We may not know. We may know so. We may be scared, but that fear is shared. Together we ask ourselves, how are we really now, today? What is wrong? What can we do to help you get through? We are here for you. Be brave. Breathe out. Who would like to begin?
I will, I guess. I don't know. You all know my sister, right? Well, she's been getting worse. Like she's a full-on hypochondriac right now, an absolute loon. Like she spends all her time locked inside of her room, disinfecting day in, day out. She hasn't been outside in weeks.
Sounds like Olivia.
Who's Olivia?
This is Kramer's time, guys. Please keep focused on your breathing. Kramer.
Yeah, it's just how do you convince someone that there's more than what's just going on in their world? Like we brought some food in a couple days ago and she refused to eat it because her burger had been created by, exposed to the outside world. So she freaked out and we just ended up tossing it. She even tried refusing her insulin, her fucking insulin, because it came in the mail and she didn't know how many people had come into contact with the box it came in. God, it's insane. And I just keep thinking that I'm doing all of this, staying inside or in the yard for her. But why am I doing that if she's only living a fraction?
That sounds frustrating.
It is, God, it is. And so I got a text message last night while I was sizzling those veggies from Max.
No, we're over Max. I thought we were done with him.
Oh, what did that absolute booger say?
Guys.
Well, it said that he had moved back home recently.
No.
Why?
Laid off, which is rough. I get it. And he moved back to town, and he wanted to see if we could meet up. As much as we could meet up, I guess. I don't know. But I can't do that because what if we end up meeting up more than we should be meeting up? Because I don't even know if I want to meet up, but I also don't know if I don't want to because I kind of feel like I need to. 2 a.m. can only do so much. But then Christine, if she found out, I mean, she was willing to throw away her insulin. I'm not exactly as essential.
You are, too.
I mean, I've been doing a couple projects around the house, cooking, I guess, but not much of any actual use. And I don't know, I could be of use. I could be essential to Max.
Sounds like you have quite the predicament. But I know, you know, that you can't.
What do you mean he can't?
Well, first and foremost, it's Max.
He's a dick.
Yeah, Vera, but that's kinda the point.
And second, and moremost, you can't risk it.
Well, I think it sounds like you want to, Crame. Follow your heart, follow your dreams.
I do want to.
More like follow your dick, follow your dreams.
But Christine Kramer.
Or, follow your dick, follow your creams.
Yeah, I know. It's just, and this is gonna sound bad, but she thinks, I mean, hell, Christine says that she doesn't think she's gonna make it through this. I mean, the bitch has diabetes for Pete's sake, and asthma, and this thing, and that thing is wrong with her. And you know what? Maybe she's right. Maybe she is toast. And if she's not living now, and she won't be living long, then I'm not really risking anything. She's just a breathing corpse.
No, she's just scared.
Which makes sense. This is scary.
Everyone is just so focused on Christine. My mom, my dad, me. I just want someone to focus on me for a bit. I don't know. That's it.
So let's focus on you then. Yeah.
Not now, George. It's Vera's turn. Vera, be brave. What can we do?
It's nothing, really. I just wish Rolo over here. Fuck you, Olivia. Kathy. She's probably asleep. I don't get how someone can just sleep all day around the clock and all she eats is popcorn or Twizzlers. Like there are Twizzler wrappers everywhere. It's like, come on, girl, take care of yourself and our space. God, just annoyed. And like, the only place I can have any privacy is my bedroom and to hold the bowl because I'm going a little stir crazy.
What about what you can do? How are your hobbies?
Good. I mean, I guess. Wouldn't really call it a hobby anymore because they're all I've been doing lately. Day, night, twilight, new moon, dawn, eclipse. I write this, I write that. I read, I go for a run, I paint, bike, knit. I go through some occasional yoga flows here and there. And oh, I've been learning French online. Bonjour, by the way. And I'm taking this online course on anthropology.
Okay, we get it. Did you learn how to fly too?
That's great, Vera. George, could you stop interrupting? It's rude.
I'm not interrupting. Jeez, Tate, I'm playing, joking even. I'm just trying to take advantage of the opportunity. You know, we're all together.
Calm down, George. We're not here to play. Vera?
Did you just mute me?
Yes.
I cannot believe that you just muted.
Vera, I'm so sorry. Go on.
It's fine, really. I'm just sick and tired of people who are sick and tired.
Amen.
It's like, do something already. It's a somber cloud ever present. This rainy day just clouding the mood of the apartment. God. I don't know, this is time. We are given the gift of time, and it's like, why would you waste that?
Well, why does it matter if they waste that?
I don't know, I guess. It's just because it makes me want to waste it too. It's like if you're running in a group and everyone around you just starts walking, it's really hard to keep running by yourself, especially if you're not getting any further or if you're not getting paid the same.
Well, if you want money, you could get a job. There are at-home jobs.
I could hook you up with the telemarketing company I've started working with.
Telemarketing? Thanks, but no thank you. Telemarketing, even I have limits. And unassisted unemployment is a full-time job. Trying to keep myself sane and keep a tight budget should come with full healthcare benefits.
I feel you.
Do you feel me, Kramer Moocher Walters? I'm not sitting in a situation where I can just toss out fresh food. I'd have saved that shit.
Okay, my parents love me enough to feed me. That's not a crime. And her burger had a tomato on it, and I don't like tomatoes, which is also not a crime. And it's not like we eat out all the time. I've been cooking. So I guess my job is taking care of them as much as I can.
So, Kramer, by feeding into your urges, are you also doing your job?
Depends on to who. I mean, it's also my job to take care of myself.
What did you have for dinner last night? Like all of it.
Why does it matter?
Just what'd you eat?
Brussels sprouts, zucchini, meatloaf, cornbread.
Last night, I had a bag of baby carrots and off-brand ramen. That's it.
Is that cornbread?
I didn't even know there was off-brand ramen until all of this. You're right. It's not a crime, but you've got it so good. And you can't throw it away for cheated on you twice, Max.
Vera, it seems like you have a lot of opinions about what other people are doing through all this.
What do you mean?
Why does it matter what other people are doing?
It doesn't. I don't really care. But I'm human. I see something or hear something and I can't not have an opinion.
But perhaps those opinions cloud what's really going on. They contribute to that haze you find shrouding your apartment. Think on that for a bit. So, George, you see how this goes? Really simple. Be brave. What can we do for you?
What the hell is this?
This hell is called healing.
Hey, Kramer, do you feel healed?
I feel a lot of things.
What about you, Vera?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, well, from what I see, you all look far from healed. In fact, you all look so much worse than when we all started.
It's called a process.
No, it's called marinating. There's so much shit going on. Everyone has it going on. So spewing our own shit everywhere is just going to keep getting on others, and all of our total shit is just going to mix together until we're all just marinating in it. This isn't any way to heal. Way to get an infection, but not to heal.
Oh, and you know better.
I mean, I may not have read your books, but I was in Mabe's class too. So I might not know better, but that's assuming that any of us actually knows it all, which we don't. You know, Vera, it's so awesome that you're doing so much. It doesn't matter about the other people. I'd kill to be able to do all those things. And Kramer, hell yeah. I'm so glad that you have someone who loves you or wants you, even if it is Max. I'm glad that you won't be alone in this.
Fine. What do you think we should do then?
Oh wow, here, let's listen to this.
What is this?
Okay,
I think I know this.
let's make some mood lighting.
Yes!
Come on, yes. And then dance with me.
But I can't take one more thing. Frankly, baby, I'm over your shit. What about it, don't you? You can't love someone else. You're obsessed with yourself. I'm here to share the wealth. But God, I need your help. Some things you cannot face. Fuck it, let's just take a break. Lying better wide awake. And let you do some good intake. Take a look at me. And I promise you'll see that, baby, if you give to me, I'll give to you. You think we can dance all night, just you and me in the candlelight? We could
Yeah, Kramer!
in between your shit and a kiss goodnight.
Hey, come on!
Come on. Oh man. So, how do you all feel? Are you feeling better?
Take a look at me, and I promise you'll see.
Oh, I love that.
That, baby, if you
What is this song? I need it.
Just some group that I found. The Angies. I literally stumbled upon them in the park. They were just rehearsing in the woods. And then I got to ask who they are, and I found them on Spotify. They're so good.
Tate, how are you doing?
It was fun. Good song.
Hell yeah, it is. Let's keep this going. We need to be celebrating. You know, celebrating being with each other. Vera, you said that you've been writing. What have you been writing?
Oh, just mainly poetry, but it's nothing special.
We don't know that. Share some with us.
Oh, no.
Yes, Vera, let's hear ya.
You're okay with this, Tate?
Why wouldn't I be?
Okay, let me just get my journal here. Here it is. So just a little before. So I've been really into my classes and specifically my anthro. So this one comes from that.
Just read it.
How do you say "I believe in you" in French?
I believe in you. Oh, je crois en toi.
Je crois en toi.
Oh yes, J. Crew on twat, the language of romance, kids.
Positively kid no more.
Vera, please read. I am waiting.
Okay, I'm reading. Observation. We are human beings, being human as much as we can, withstanding the world that we're meant to withstand, demanding that grand is part of the plan, hoping that we're not already damned. Observation. Humans are social creatures. We gather around preachers to not feel alone, trying to build a house away from our home. We laugh, we cry, we smile, we lie, all to fight to remain here and grow. Observation. Without here, we are dead. We need water, shelter, food, and love, all here in this Garden of Eden. None are there in that wasteland. When we're where, we find ourselves in fear. The end is near. Here. The end is near. Therefore, we human beings have found an answer. Thou shalt be civil is the unspoken spoken code. We evolve because we've all felt that fear. So we carry the fallen from there to here in hopes that someday someone will do the same for us. Thus there is safety in numbers. Thus there is growth. Observation. We are no longer here. We are no longer there. We are in an elsewhere where all of us, everywhere, are fearing and nearing this new nowhere. And all we can do is observe. And yeah, there's some kinks here and there, but
Kinky and stinky.
Oh, I loved that. Wow, Vera. Kramer, do you have anything?
Well, I do have some pretty steamy text messages to Max that I'd happily share if you would like. I'm pretty proud of them. I never thought I'd use the phrase, "I want to ravage your cornucopia," like we were District 6 and 9 in the Hunger Games before, but I did.
aspire.
Oh, okay. Oh man, we can celebrate that. Anything else?
Well, I did make this meatloaf last night. It's pretty tasty.
Holy mother of meatloaf.
Damn, Kramer, that looks so good.
Oh, look who's becoming a culinary king.
Take a bite for me. I want to live vicariously.
I would, but my sleep schedule has been wrecked like George at that Halloween party senior year. So this is sort of like a stay focused incentive. It is but the carrot pulling my donkey cart.
Please, just one bite, even the tiniest nibble.
I can't. My ass still needs pulling.
I didn't realize you were too cruel for school, Kramer. You know why? Because you're cruel.
Fine, I will take a bite if you can tell me my middle name.
I don't know it, and you know it.
And you never will know it.
Tatum? So what have you been working on? Anything you want to celebrate?
Your middle name is probably something stupid, like Kramer.
You think my name is Kramer Kramer?
If the stupid fits, wear it.
Kate?
No, not really.
Really?
Really?
You and Avis haven't been doing anything?
Oh shit, Avis, where are they?
They're lying down. And no, nothing.
No poems, food, dirty text messages?
I'm still willing to read them.
You don't even have like a joke or something? Make us laugh a bit?
No. We should get back to the check-in.
No! Why should we? This is so much more fun. This is exactly what I've needed. Hey, what are y'all drinking?
Nothing.
Just water.
What is water?
What if we cracked open a few and just drank for a little bit? This could be like, our own cyber pub. We can call it Space Bar. Come on, let's fill up a glass and throw around some good old hearty slanchas.
Slancha!
Bonasante.
Drinks are on the house.
George?
Okay, fine. Your house.
My bottle is dry, but I think Olivia has some White Claws in the fridge.
I haven't raided my parents' liquor cabinet since high school.
Do you guys think I should take one?
The bitch took your cat, you take her claw.
Yeah, bitch did take my cat.
Take the claw. Take the claw.
Claw.
Take
Okay, I'm gonna
claw.
take it. I'm gonna take it.
I wonder if we have any Bacardi.
Ooh, now that's what I call a party.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna go look.
No, Kramer? No. Stop it, George.
Oh, stop what? Having a good time?
No, ruining this. It was fun for a bit, but now it's rotting.
Okay, rotting like a banana to make hummingbird cake, maybe, because, this party just seems to be getting better.
Better from what? Jesus, George, this was my thing. My thing that you showed up late for, might I remind you.
Okay, barely late, just a few minutes.
You were late, and you didn't even come last week. And it's like, this is just some big fucking joke to you. You wanted a joke, right? What do you call a check-in party turned space bar?
What?
Over. It's over.
That wasn't even a good one.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nothing. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're just, manipulating them for their personal dramas. Kate imparting some self-righteous back alley wisdom on people who would be perfectly fine without it. You can't do that. It's unhealthy.
It's not unhealthy.
Okay, it is. But you know what? This party is better, and I've made it better. It's more fun, and it's just going to keep getting better and better and more fun as long as we can just calm down and drink and, be brave, be a part of the fun, or go marinate elsewhere. I need this, so I'm sure that you do too.
Need what? To drink my brains out? No, if I wanted to do that, I could go do that somewhere else by myself. Just like if you wanted to throw your own party, you could without hijacking one of mine. I don't need you or Avis or anyone else taking my shit away from me. Where do you get off telling people what they can't do? Giving me a fucking ultimatum in a time like this, a time where no one does know better. I guess. This was my thing, but fuck it. George, you are now the host. It's your thing now. I'm gonna go lie down.
No, Tate, don't go.
Are we still on for next week?
I don't know. Slancha.
Well, okay then. I don't know about you two, but I'm glad that we've got drinks.
George, what the hell?
I'm gonna call them.
Why would you say something like that to them?
I thought you were having a great time. Am I wrong? because it didn't look like I was wrong. It didn't feel like I was wrong. If it looks like a cat and feels like a cat, then it's probably a fucking cat.
It's more complicated than that.
Is it? Because what's going on in the world now, that's complicated. And frankly, it's so complicated that it makes everything else seem less complicated. We do what we need, not too much, not too little, what we need. Because we're the only ones taking care of ourselves at the end of the day. We're in a world where to save others, we have to stay away. I mean, my birthday. I could have gone home to see my parents. I could have, but I didn't because it's just my birthday. It's just another day. And if I went home, I might not get one next year, or God forbid. So we ended up celebrating my birthday by myself. Made myself a freaking cake. Why? Because that's the smart thing to do, and it's not that fucking complicated.
No, but you didn't have to do that. You could have joined us. We were here.
Do that? This? Meditate and shit? Argue and shit? I'm glad I didn't.
Why'd you even come then? This is us, George. Your friends, your best friends, your real friends. And if you didn't want us, then why'd you even come?
Because this may be who you are, but it isn't who you were. We used to laugh and play and, have fun as if we were clocks ticking, people breathing, wind blowing. But now it's meditate and manipulate and marinate and overcomplicate. And I was at the park yesterday. I just need to not be telemarketing for like an hour or two. And I went hiking on one of the steeper trails, and I guess I misstepped. And a rock came loose, and I fell with it. I thought I was dead. Then I heard the Angies play. But I could have died. I could have, and that would have been it. My mind was so wrapped up in keeping myself safe from one thing that I could have died from another, and that could have been it. And I didn't go home to see my parents or you guys. So when Tatum invited me to this, I had to come. But excuse me for trying to make more fun and the most out of the little time that we have left. Whether it's from one thing or another. Because this isn't something that we need help getting through. This isn't a break. This is life. And excuse me for trying to make life fun and playful like it was before.
George, you should have told us.
No, because that would happen. Distract me. Don't talk to me. I don't want your pity. I want your comedy.
And you can have that. You can do that. But maybe at a different time. Because Tatum needs this.
Why do they need this? Huh? So one lame party doesn't go their way. Excuse me for thinking. No, not thinking, knowing that there is tougher shit going on out there than phone call with your friends gone rogue. At least you're not alone in this like me.
They may not be alone, but they feel alone. God, George. Last week, they told us that their dad got it. And he's not doing really well. Really bad, actually. And their mom asked them to go back there soon and say goodbye. As much as you can say goodbye without being in the same room as the person. Now that's tough shit. So I'm going to excuse anyone. It's going to be them. Because while you choose to be away, they choose to be here. And now that you've come, you're choosing to drive them away at a time when they need us the most, not to marinate, manipulate, but indulge, distract them. And you know what? Radiate to them that they still have people who love them, care about them, even if we can't be with them.
I didn't know.
No, you didn't. Because you didn't even try. You didn't even check in.
You're right. You're right. I didn't. I guess. I guess I shouldn't have said what I said. I shouldn't have. They didn't deserve it or need it. I guess I'm just scared that if I give them what they need, I won't get what I need. I'll just keep taking on other people's shit when I can't. I wish that I could. I want to, but I'm already brimming at the surface, drops from overflowing with my own. And I just feel so out of control.
Me too.
Me too.
Me too.
Kate came back.
I heard what you said. Thanks to Kramer and his phone.
And Verizon Wireless.
Kate, I'm so sorry. I was being selfish, and I didn't know that everything was.
Thank you. I get it. I hate that I get it, but I do. And it's not just my dad. I wish it was, but, screw ultimatums. Avis was telling me that if I chose to go see my dad, that I can't come back. That I'm not welcome back until all of this is over. Until the world is right again.
No way.
Tate.
Yeah, but again, I hate that I get it. They're scared. Maybe I would be too if the shoes were switched. I don't know. But they're telling me what to do, and you're telling me what to do, and everybody just has opinion after opinion, and I feel like all I'm doing is reacting. So maybe I was just using this as a way to feel like I had even a grain of power left, of control, I guess, as a way of making the world feel normal now.
You can go back. Let's make the world right again right now. I want to. We can do your thing, the cleansing breaths,
We
the
don't
screaming.
need to go back, really. Thank you for trying to understand, but my candle's already out, and you don't even have one. So if it's not perfect, really, it's just gonna piss me off.
Yeah, but it's kind of like what Mabe said, right? Anything worth doing.
Worth doing badly. Like George's birthday. May not have been the best celebration, but at least he celebrated it.
Oh, my birthday! Oh, I'm such an absolute bogger. I'll be right back.
But where is he going?
Hey, thank you for being there for me. Really. It's nice to know that there's more people out there who care about me than just me.
And we do. We care about you and your safety. I didn't come on this call for Kramer and his meatloaf.
I think I'm gonna say no to Max. I thought that he can make this all feel like life again. Except, if this is life, then it's my job to make it feel that way for myself, while being grateful for how amazing I have it.
Yeah, and you know what? Olivia can keep Rolo. For now. That's what they need. That's what they need. She can be a little shit anyway. Rolo. Not Olivia. Olivia watches too many documentaries to be a shit.
And I don't have a middle name. It's just Kramer Erickson. My mom thinks that middle names are for people who are weak and simple.
Kramer, most people have middle names.
Exactly.
You little shit.
I watch documentaries.
Eat your meatloaf before I come over there and beat you with your juicy watermelon.
Oh, next week, Vera, next week.
Are we meeting next week? Or Tate, can we meet next week?
I mean, if you guys really want to, then sure.
Yeah.
I can work on revising the party schedule to allow for more fun. Maybe a dance party or two.
I'd love that.
Me too.
And me too. If you'll have me.
Absolutely. And I'll message you to for any ideas you might have on how to make this better. Perhaps when I'm bored when I'm at my parents'.
Sounds perfect.
I might not do your ideas, but I'll listen to them. But I just want to be clear that this is my thing. So I get final approval.
Understandable. So I completely forgot that I made a cake for my birthday last week, and on that cake I had candles.
uh,
I only have a few left, but
you want to light up?
hey, let's radiate.
Yes, let's radiate.
Let's radiate.
Okay. So, breathe in and
You're obsessed with yourself. I'm here to share the world. God, I need your help. Some things you cannot face. Fuck it, let's just take a break. Lying better wide awake.
Starting in just a moment is Missing Cat, written by Chris Hogg, directed by Chris Plonka, starring Adam Preston and Jonathan Golombecki.
I just want to say that this isn't me. I mean, it's not the kind of thing that I do usually. I'm very law abiding. I abide the law usually.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
Luke once tried to get me to steal a mug from Starbucks, and I couldn't do it. I felt too guilty. I got halfway down the street and I had to go back and return it. Honestly, the barista didn't really give a shit, but you get the point. I don't do this stuff. Wait, has that recorder started already? You can't charge me over the mug thing too, can you? I wasn't ready.
I'm sorry. It's just you look like you look like the guy from Law and Order.
Should I have a lawyer?
I'm sorry. I'm just really, really, really nervous.
For the tape, my name is Gary Carmichael. Was that okay?
I'm Luke Russell. What was our relationship? We were dating
Our relationship was that we were in a relationship.
for like 18 months, maybe.
2 years.
I don't really keep track of that stuff, anniversaries and all that. It's like, oh, woohoo, we've been together for a year.
The first time I met Luke was about a month after my divorce came through, and I was not in a good place. Hell, I barely left the house except for work and groceries. Then one day, Stuart from the faculty said that he was sick of watching me moping like a little bitch, and he was going to take me out. He got me drunk enough to convince me to go to a club, and that's where I saw him, on the dance floor, walking towards me. And okay, there's this passage where Dostoevsky describes what it is like for an epileptic right before having a seizure. And he describes an instant of deepest sensation, overflowing with unbounding joy and rapture, ecstatic devotion, and the completest life. I'd never understood what he meant until that moment.
He was drunk.
It was like waking up for the first time. Like someone had turned up the volume on the lights and the colors and the sound of the world for that second.
He was really drunk.
I'm not the kind of person who usually goes around flirting with guys, but in that moment, it was like I had to go for it or he would be lost forever. So I followed him.
I worked a few shifts. I worked a few shifts a week at this club. I had a good thing going on with the manager, and it was really good money. And anyway, I'm going on my smoke break, and this guy comes up to me. Now, when you do bar work, you get used to that kind of stuff. I'm 23, 25 when this is happening, and I'm in good shape, and guys want a piece. But Gary wasn't like other guys. He wasn't the usual type. He was wearing this blazer, and it's like 100 degrees in there, and he's wearing this stupid fucking blazer. He was a little gray at the temples, rough around the edges, had a little bit of a Mark Ruffalo thing going on. He followed me outside, and he asked if he can bum a cigarette.
I don't smoke, but I wanted an excuse to talk to him, so I just kind of hold it in my hands and avoid putting it in my mouth so he doesn't know.
He had clearly never smoked a cigarette in his life, but it was kind of cute. He was trying so hard. Like a lot of older guys, they don't talk to me about that kind of stuff. They're not interested in me. They're just interested in this. And talking is just a means to an end. Well, a means to my end.
I panicked and just sort of started talking about my thesis. It's a take on Fanger's. It's a reimagining of Fenger's take on romanticism in the works of Dostoevsky. It was an absolute train wreck.
I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. Literally. Most of the time he was just speaking Russian at me. But he was weird. But in a really good way. Like, he was just so passionate. And like, I couldn't give a shit about Russian literature. But for those few minutes, I kind of did. And people don't talk to me about that stuff. I think it comes with being a bartender. Everybody just thinks you're a big lump of meat, but I'm not. I'm interested, and it was just really nice that he took the time on me.
It was only as I lay sobering up in bed that I realized not only had I failed to get his number, I didn't even know his name.
A week went by, and honestly, I thought about him a few times. He made quite an impression on me. And then about 2 weeks later, I was doing another shift at a club night, and there he was, walking up to the bar in a stupid fucking blazer. Oh, and it was funny. I hadn't realized how much until then that I had wanted to see him. And there he was. Small world, you know?
I went to the club every night for 2 weeks in the hope I'd see him again. I'd almost given up hope when one night I went in and there he was serving drinks. I thought maybe I'd be disappointed seeing him again, but he was just as beautiful as I remember.
We met up the next Saturday. I think we went and got sushi. I stayed over at his place, and we stayed up late just talking shit and having sex. I kind of just never left. I stayed there for like 3 days. I only went home to get clean clothes if I needed them. He wasn't like anybody else I have ever been with. And he is really good in bed. I mean, surprisingly good.
I loved him.
I loved him. And then about 6 months ago, we broke up.
He broke up with me.
And then last week, I get this message on my work email saying, you need to call me back urgently. Like, he was always pulling this shit. He would get bored marking papers, and then he would call me and not leave a voicemail. And then he'd send me a text like, call me back as soon as you can. And then I'm getting home off the night shift, and I'm looking at these text messages, all panicked. So I call him, and he would have some dumb question like, if at Club Tropicana drinks are free, how do they make any money?
I think the club is a front for a massive money laundering operation.
When he messaged me, I thought it was just another shit talk message. I mean, I knew he had lost his mom recently, and I guess I felt bad. So I called him, and he says, look, you've got to come over here and help me. And I just said to him, I'm like, Gary, I have a job, and I have school, and we're not together anymore. I just can't just drop everything for you. And then Gary starts to cry. Now, don't get me wrong. Gary is a crier. He will cry at any good meal. But he just sounded so helpless. And against my better judgment, maybe, I got in my car and I drove over to his place.
I say we broke up because broke up is like the result. you know? You don't say, I mixed some liquors together and then drank them. You say, I made margaritas. Likewise, you don't say, we had a blazing argument one night after some pretty bad weeks and then he left and never came back. So, yeah, I made margaritas. And I tried to contact him. I called him maybe 4 or 5 times a day. Sometimes I called him first thing in the morning when I realized he wasn't in bed with me. Sometimes I got drunk when I got home from my mom's and called him at 2 a.m. I told him I was sorry, that I wanted him back, that I wanted to fix things. But he never replied. After a while, he blocked my number. I guess everyone has their breaking point. His was 234 messages.
234 voicemail messages. 541 text messages. 52 Facebook messages. And a note attached to a delivery from Build-A-Bear Workshop.
I got drunk, and turns out they won't let you print a bear with a message, I love your penis.
The message said, I love your pens.
He ghosted me? One of my students said that's what they call it, ghosting. When you just up and disappear from someone's life without a trace. But ghosting makes it sound cute, like a Patrick Swayze movie, but it wasn't like that. My whole life was one big trace. We'd been together for 2 years. His friends were my friends. Luke has this weird ability to just make friends with people, like it's nothing. We'd be out at lunch and he'd just start talking to people on the next table over. And next thing I know, we'd be swapping numbers and getting drinks, and they'd be telling us we absolutely must stay at their vacation spot on the cot. Being with him was like being led into this magical secret world that had been around me this whole time, but I just never seen it. And then when he left, it was all just shit again.
When I found him, he wasn't in a good way. His eyes were all red and blotchy, and he looked like he hadn't washed it in a while. The whole place was just a whole mess of books and papers, and the sink was full of dishes. It was just so tragic. So I washed a few mugs and I fixed him a cup of coffee.
When he came to the door, I could already tell that he was pissed. He had his hands in his pockets like one of those grumpy TV detectives. He came in and he just hung up his coat and started making tea like he'd never left. Like he hadn't just spent half a year ignoring me. We sit down at the table and he just comes right out and says, you know I'm seeing somebody. Like I'd invited him over to my shitty apartment as some kind of grand romantic gesture. I did actually know he was seeing somebody. I'd stalked his Instagram. It was this Brazilian fitness instructor named Paulo who looked like he ate kale and shat diamonds.
I told him I was seeing someone, but only because he left me 234 voicemail messages. And I know Gary. He fixates on things. And that's great for examining tiny details of Russian literature. But it's not so great for everyday life. So I knew that when I came over that he was going to read way too much into it. So I didn't want him getting his hopes up. So I said, Gary, what the hell's going on? And he just says,
Mishkin has gone missing.
All this because he's lost his fucking cat.
I always wanted a cat. my family had cats when I was growing up, and when I married my ex-husband, we got Michigan so that it wasn't just by myself at the house when he was away on business. He would sit on my lap as I was translating Russian, and when Mark was away, he would sleep at the end of the bed with me. When we got divorced, he was the only thing I wanted. I was like, keep the damn house. I want the cat. When he first went missing, well, I wasn't worried at first, but then 3 days went by, and his litter tray and his water bowl were untouched. I started to panic. I looked up and down the house and nothing. I made missing posters and hung them up, waited a week, it's still nothing. And I just started to break. I just needed to talk to him. So I'm not proud of it, but one night I did some digging and found his work email on LinkedIn. I knew he couldn't have blocked me on there, so yeah, I emailed him. I knew Luke understood what Michigan meant to me.
That cat was a real piece of shit. But Gary was always saying, oh, don't worry. As soon as he gets to know you, he'll like you. Let me tell you something. The more that cat got to know me, the less it liked me. Example. One night, Gary and I are having sex. And I turn and I see the cat staring straight at us. Out of its mouth drops a pigeon. But wait, it gets better. The pigeon isn't dead. It hits the ground and it starts flapping about the room, shitting everywhere, bumping into things. And Gary and I are trying to chase this thing around. We're buck-ass naked, trying to catch this bird and put it out of its misery. And the fucking cat is just sitting there the entire time watching us like some evil fucking genius.
I told him about Michigan going missing, and he listened, and then he says,
you know, he's probably just staying at someone else's house, right? Cats are fickle fuckers, man. Like, as soon as somebody starts laying on the cans of tuna, you're out of there, you're not their cat anymore. Missing cats are like their dads that go out to get cigarettes in the animal world.
but he said he'd help. So we walked around for a bit, taping up posters and making small talk, the usual stuff. His job, his business course, his freaking perfect life, my job. I didn't tell him about getting fired because I didn't want any more pity.
It was that weird mixture of simultaneously being really comfortable and being really awkward. Kind of like wearing a pair of your favorite shoes that somebody pissed in.
He was polite. He said he was sorry for my mom's death. Well, I bit my tongue. We said goodbye, and I don't know what I expected. Did I expect him to say he was sorry? Sorry for leaving me without so much of a word just weeks after my mom was diagnosed with cancer? Sorry for spending our entire relationship cheating on me? Sorry for being such a huge fucking dick to me?
He said what? He was always using the sick mom card. She was sick for a really long time. It's not like I just left him and she all of a sudden. And besides, she was a repressive, poisonous bitch anyway. She never used to hug him when we got together for family gatherings. And she would always call me his friend because she would never say boyfriend. So I always made a point to rub myself all over him. You know, I used to always say that it's no wonder that she got bowel cancer because she was so full of shit. God rest her soul.
Sometimes I'd see guys at the gym, and I'd know he cheated on me with them. And I could just see them tiptoeing around me like, shit, does he even know?
Yeah, I did cheat on him, but I was honest about it. I told him on the. It's not like he came home one day to find me banging the mailman on the couch. I told him on our first date that I didn't believe in monogamy. My parents divorced when I was 10 years old, and my dad just never left. He said that he owned half the house anyway, so why should he leave? So every morning, he would go downstairs and sleep on the couch, and my mom would come by with a pitcher of ice water and pour it all over him, and then he'd call her a stupid bitch, and he'd go into the kitchen and start licking all the clean plates. It's just, I think monogamy leaves people feeling trapped and unhappy, and it's like, wait, you're not married, are you? I mean, well, of course. I'm sure you and your wife are you're very happy.
When Mom got sick, we used to watch rom-coms together just as something to do, you know? We'd be sitting there as Hugh Grant stammered out his love for whoever, and I'd start crying, and then she'd start crying, and she'd fall asleep, and then she'd wake up at the credits and ask why I had put this shit on.
So yeah, I cheated on him. I never pretended. If he asked, I told him that I was seeing Steve or Aaron or whatever, and he'd scrunch up and go back to his reading. I knew that it upset him, and I know that it sounds selfish, but I spent so long dreaming of a day when I could leave that tiny, ugly house and go to the city and meet people that felt like me, to kiss and to dance and to fall in love. And it's stupid, but I felt like I had to grab onto every opportunity that I could that 12-year-old couldn't.
Luke always hated rom-coms too. The credits would always roll, and he'd say something like, I give them 2 years tops.
Gary could be kind of controlling. It's hard to explain. When I got my first job, I saved up all my money to buy this couch for my apartment. Like when I got the apartment, I had zero furniture. So I was really proud of it, you know. So when I moved in with Gary, I threw out most of my stuff. But I said, hey, we have to keep the couch. And he gets funny about it, saying that it's not going to fit in with the rest of the furniture. Anyway, I stick to my guns and we keep the couch. Awesome. But anytime anybody came around, Gary always had to make some kind of comment about it. Like, oh, come sit yourself down on Luke's couch. But like everything had to be his way, and if it wasn't, he got real funny about it. But I put up with it because I liked him, but at the same time I also kind of felt like I was losing myself a little bit.
What? I didn't really care about the couch, not really. I thought it was kind of cute that he fought for it.
When I was with him, I felt like I became the person that he wanted me to be. And I guess the cheating was just a way to keep up with myself. I didn't mean to ghost him. Okay? It's just I feel like if I stayed and explained, then I might never leave. And I left behind my fucking couch.
I set fire to the couch about a month after he left. I thought it would be cathartic, but it took the fire crew an hour to put it out, and so yeah, yes. Sorry, I'll refocus. The day of the incident.
After we put up the papers, it was a week before I saw Gary, and honestly, I hoped maybe that was it. But then he turned up at my work in his car and he says, "If you come with me right now, I promise I'll never bother you ever again."
I know, looking back, it was the wrong thing to do, but at the time it was like, fuck it, he owes me.
Honestly, I thought he was planning on killing himself. So I told my boss that I felt sick and I had to go home. And I got into his car. I remember he was wearing these like thick, chunky sunglasses and a baseball cap. He looked like a Beastie Boy, which I told him and he laughed. And I said, "Gary, you need to tell me what's going on right now so that I can help you."
So I told him. I said, so I was thinking about what you said the other week about missing cats finding new homes, and it got me thinking. Statistically, if that is the case, Michigan is probably still on my block, just trapped in someone else's house. So I started keeping a bit of a watch on the other people on my street.
And I'm like, holy shit, Gary.
Anyway, I start keeping a bit of a watch. And I noticed something funny about Mrs. Yates's door. She's recently had a cat flap installed, and I've never seen a cat around her place. So I start keeping a log of her activity.
It was like watching the world's most organized mental breakdown. Just pages and pages of Excel spreadsheets. I don't know if premeditated is the right word, but he had clearly done his research.
I tried just putting up missing cat posters where I knew she'd find them, like on her doorstep or the hood of her car, just to make her feel guilty. But it didn't make any difference. So I got the idea in my head that if I just talked to her, I could explain things and then she would give him back to me. But I was too scared. Mr. Luke was always better at the people stuff.
He kept saying that he just wanted to reason with her. And I kept telling him, Jesus, Gary, this woman probably doesn't even have your cat. But he wouldn't listen. So I tried to distract him. And I said, Gary, do you remember that time we stayed in that beautiful town on the coast of Spain? What was it called again? Shit geese?
He tried to distract me by mispronouncing Sitja.
So I say, yeah, that's why I said shit geese.
Sitjas.
Man, I forgot how obsessed you were with pronouncing your words correctly. You knew what 5 words of Spanish, but you had to pronounce it perfectly.
It's polite.
Could I have some patatas fritas, por favor?
I didn't say it like that.
How did you say it then?
Sexier. Could I have some patatas fritas, por favor?
That was the vacation that we tried to have sex in the rental car.
Oh, that was a logistical nightmare. A sexy logistical nightmare.
We had to, take out 2 of the seats?
Yeah, and remove the hood and the trunk.
Oh, remove the trunk hood. That's kind of hot.
I tell you what, sex in the rental car would make a pretty killer Beastie Boys track.
Let me know if I take this too far.
Because tonight I'm having sex in the rental car. Whoa!
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, not appropriate.
We were getting along, and it was nice. And I hoped, I don't know, maybe he would just forget about the cat thing. And then it all came tumbling down. He says,
Wasn't it the holiday you had sex with that Spanish guy at the nightclub?
come on, don't bring that up now.
What? We're broken up. We don't have to tiptoe around this stuff now.
Okay, fine. It was. But only because you were being boring and didn't want to come out.
Boring? I was tired.
And I wasn't tired. I wanted to go out and experience more of the city.
Well, you sure did that. Do you know what it felt like? Waking up the next morning and finding out you weren't there? Walking around all the stupid tourist spots by myself and then coming back to the hotel and finding you passed out, knowing you'd probably been out having sex with someone else?
Well, I wanted to be out there having sex with you, but you weren't there. I told you when we first met that I didn't want a monogamous relationship, and you accepted that. You just wanted me to be whatever you wanted me to be. You wanted me to be your little house husband. I never wanted that.
Seriously? This is how it always is with you. You go around doing whatever the fuck you want with whoever the fuck you want, and you don't think about how it hurts the people around you so long as you're having fun. You need to grow up and see the consequences of your actions.
I need to grow up.
Yeah, you do.
Or maybe you need to stop dating guys half your age and expecting them to settle for your fucking middle-aged lifestyle.
If you wanted to be so free, why did you move in with me in the first place? Why would you let me hope that we could build a life together?
We stopped outside the old lady's house. And by that point, I was done. I was ready to I got out of the car and I took off. But then I heard the noise of glass smashing. And I turn around and I see that Gary had broken the window and he was forcing the door open. And I don't know what made him do it, but
I didn't plan it. I was just going to talk to her. I was, but then when she wasn't in, I thought maybe I could just go in and get Michigan and get out.
I go chasing after him. And as he walks into this house, going from room to room, shouting, Michigan, Michigan, like a fucking crazy person. And I'm like, Gary, you are not supposed to be here right now. You need to go right now.
I said, I can't leave until I find my cat.
We're walking from room to room full of 70s wallpaper and net curtains. And there's pictures all over the wall of Mrs. Yates and her husband on vacation. And the whole place smelled of old people, like, you know. And all the time, Gary is looking under the dresser, under the bed, and he's sweeping up all these little porcelain shower figures, trying to find this stupid cat. And I'm just sitting there saying, shit, 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 shit.
There was a litter tray and a cat food bowl in the kitchen. I knew he had to be there.
And we go into the living room and I see this big, ancient, chunky, gigantic TV. And on top of that TV, I noticed this urn. And that's when I realized that we were in the house of a fucking widow.
There were ginger cat hairs on the couch.
There was the sound of someone at the door. And I just froze. This old lady, Mrs. Yates, comes in and she's all frail and confused and she says, hello. And that is when Gary pulled out the gun.
I borrowed it from a friend who does World War II reenactments. I wasn't going to use it.
She screamed and started to cry, and I said, Gary, please put the gun down right now. And he just shouts at the old lady. He's like, go get my cat. So she goes into the kitchen and he's trailing her with the damn gun. And I say, Gary, please stop, put the gun down. And he just says, in 6 months, I lost everything. I lost my mom. I lost my job. I lost you.
I just wanted my cat back.
We hear these sirens. One of the neighbors must have called the cops. But Gary's not moving. He stood there frozen, still holding up the goddamn gun. And the old lady comes in from the kitchen holding this cat that is flailing and scratching the shit out of her arms. And the cat that Gary and I have just staged an armed robbery to rescue and save.
It's not my fucking cat.
It's not his fucking cat.
It's not my fucking cat.
It's not his cat. Oh. So that's it.
I know you can't promise anything at this stage in the interview process, but Luke should not be tried as an accomplice. He was just trying to help me, and maybe it's time I took responsibility for myself. So, what happens now?
Coming up in just a few moments is Happy, written by Hannah Keeler, directed by Abigail Harris, starring Samantha Ron, Taya Garino, Janie Elliott, and Kyla Day, stage managed by Sarah Saulnier.
Hello?
Where is everyone?
We've always been like this, even when we hung out in person. You know, we say 9, it gets pushed to 10, and we finally get together at 11.
Shouldn't Carter be here? This was her idea.
Listen, don't stress about it. It's happy hour. We're supposed to be happy. Also, sorry I couldn't make it to the last few of these. Did anything exciting happen? You know, something I missed?
Girl, you're making money. Don't be sorry. And No, you haven't missed a thing. We just watch each other get virtually wasted.
How's life outside of happy hour? Uh, Are you safe? Relatively content?
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. While to be honest, I started drinking with my brother around 2, so now I'm tipsy.
Oh.
Don't judge me in these unprecedented times.
So quarantine with your brother has been going smoothly?
I mean, yeah, we're unironically buds. I mean, he goes to work every day, so I'm just alone in the apartment most of the time. We haven't really had the chance to get sick of each other, but it's so much better than living with my parents. I swear all they do is eat tater tots and drink beer and watch Young Sheldon, which, by the way, is a fucking atrocity. It's the most annoying character from an already annoying show at its most annoying age. I mean, I simply cannot.
My mom just watches the Hallmark Channel and drinks wine.
But what about you? How's work? How's life with Frank and Renee?
Well, as I'm sure you know, consumers are dicks. Absolute dicks. My mom is good, and Frank is Oh, hey, Jess is coming on.
Fuck yes.
Sorry, I'm late. I was having dinner with Alex and his family.
Ew, I hate
Romance.
relationships.
We miss you.
I miss you too. I hate being so far from you guys.
I mean, it wouldn't matter even if we lived down the street from each other, we still can't hang out.
Thank you, Sam.
I can't believe you decided to quarantine with your boyfriend. Isn't that like a big step?
They're in love.
We are. And it's been great living with him.
The first time you met his parents was when you were moving in. Isn't that strange?
It is a bit. I don't know. For example, I feel uncomfy getting orange juice from the fridge because it's not my orange juice or my fridge. Don't get me wrong. They've told me to make myself at home. It's just that it's still not, you know? Also, Alex, super close with his mom, and I am paranoid that she doesn't or won't like me. She hasn't said or done anything to make me feel that way, but I think that's the definition of paranoia. I feel like I am constantly making a first impression and I am exhausted. By the way, Cart says she'll be out in like 5. She's finishing her hair and makeup.
Oh my God. That's what we're waiting for?
Wait, why didn't she just send that in the group chat?
I just answered.
Because Jessie is the most approachable. If she texted that to the group chat, she'd be tried and executed, Crucible style.
Oi, so Proctor. Devil.
Oh, do not bring up that show.
She knows we're not going to dress up, right?
Did anyone tell her?
Nope.
Would there have been a point?
You're right. I don't think she's gonna take no for an answer. She's already crossed and trying to attach fake lashes.
Unprecedented times.
Is she in a dress?
Oh, yes. That one from junior year. Guys, I don't even fit into my prom dress.
Me neither.
I sold mine, and it's normal to not fit into your prom dress. That was 4 years ago.
It has not been 4 years since prom.
She's a menace.
Doing the absolute most.
She's here.
Hey, why aren't you guys dressed up?
Didn't
I
have
don't want
any.
to.
Mom,
Well,
didn't have
I'm
anything.
a little silly now.
Hey, you look really pretty.
You do. Leave it on.
The invitation for this meeting was prom? Question mark? What about that was unclear?
Okay, but to be fair, how are we supposed to know that that was not in jest?
Ash, would you kindly read the description for this meeting?
Ash, did she log off?
Yeah, I think she did.
Okay. I will find this event description of which you speak so highly.
Thank you.
1 second to pull it up. Okay. Found it. All right. Hey, you cool cats and kittens. This is your official invite to video chat prom. Fancy attire is a must. Dust off your heels and hoops and tiaras for the socially distant time of your life. BYOB ops. All right. It did say to dress fancy.
I'm so sorry. Frank's on the Wi-Fi again.
Oh, God.
Oh, Frank. Ew.
Jesse just read the invitation, so it says we have to dress up.
Hold on, everyone.
You better come back in a dress.
Okay, maybe she's refilling her drink.
Ash, Blake never drinks.
High on life.
What are you laughing about?
Nothing. Sorry. Alex just sent me a meme. Here.
Yeah, it's not that funny.
Okay. Dude, get off your phone. We're spending quality time together. Anyway, it's weird you and Alex text each other in the same house.
Kinky.
I'm fancy now.
Ooh.
That's cute.
Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you getting in the spirit of things. This is prom, after all.
It's definitely not prom.
Don't you feel fabulous?
Okay, guys. I won't lie. It's nice. I feel kind of adorable.
Because you are. Now, come on, kids. You know you want to dress up. We've all been marinating in sweatpants for weeks.
I actually don't wear pants anymore.
I've given up bras. We're freeing the nip in 2020.
Great. But you don't need to wear either of those to get cute. Come on, please.
Dude, give up. We're not
A
gonna.
lot of work and we are trying to relax.
And it's not like we're going anywhere. What's the point?
Point is that it can be fun. And we are going to have fun, goddammit. It's a bit of fucking excitement and it's something to do. we are going to be fucking festive. If all we do is sit and wallow in our despair and anxiety sweat and cheese puff dust, things won't get any better. I know. I know the world is shit. And we're all depressed because the world is depressing. But hasn't it always been? You know that feeling of paralyzing existential dread that creeps over you when you're drifting off to sleep? Or when you take a shit without looking at your phone? Or when you're just so quiet and you really, really think about what's going on? Well, we have to fight that feeling every single day. Things won't change unless we change something. I know, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if I'm wearing a prom dress or leggings or a fucking latex gimp suit, but I put on a dress tonight and it made me feel better. And I think it would make you feel better too. So would you please try? For me?
Okay, fuck, fine. But I am warning you not to expect much. I'm going to have to find a dress in my boyfriend's house. Wish me luck.
You are appreciated. Sam?
Carter, I really fucking don't want to.
Whoa.
I don't understand your problem. I'm just trying to organize something to break up this gray blob we all currently call life.
My problem is that before this, I was perfectly content to stay in and do my homework every weekend until that was my only option. My life used to have order and structure. I could sort my existence into neat little boxes and keep it contained. But now, I have to stay in. And I never knew how much I would hate it. You and Ash and Jesse always begged me to go out with you, but I always had more important things to do. Papers to write, drawers to organize, my yoga routine. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I regret it, okay? I really fucking regret it. All this time I thought that I was getting my life together, but now I just feel like I missed out. Like I missed everything.
Then don't miss this.
Just try, Sam.
I don't have a prom dress. Maybe have some clothes for bar hopping. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you two could have that little chat.
I didn't know what to say other than, yeah, you kind of did miss everything.
That's not totally true.
Mostly true.
I don't want to talk shit.
No, you're right. I don't want to feed this negative energy. Only high vibrational topics in this meeting.
Oh, by the way, this is the extent of my dressing upness. I've had a long day at work and I am done.
You participated. I count it. Anyway, we're all just really glad you could make it.
Me too. But I'm still a tired boy.
How is the Frank situation?
You know, when I left for work this morning at 7 a.m., I saw Frank sitting on the porch in a hockey jersey and boxers, smoking a cigar. And I thought, you're fucking my mom. I mean, I'm out here every day risking my ass while Frank sits at home on his and plays on his Xbox and files insurance claims. It's bullshit.
Your mother is such a good woman. I do not understand.
Me neither. She's an angel. I mean, it's whatever. You know, she's happy. I'm happy. I need a drink.
You deserve one.
I mean, I have to work in the morning.
You don't have to. I was just saying that.
All right, you sold me.
Damn, okay. Fuck, you look hot.
I feel hot. Like, add pictures to my Tinder profile hot.
See what I mean?
Whatever. I can get behind this.
Oh, but Ash is so far behind us, Sam. I think I'll have to.
Oh, no.
We like to drink with Ashley, blah. And when we drink with Ashley, she drinks it down at 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1.
I mean, Sam, I was just singing a song. You didn't have to.
That was impressive, ass.
I'm sorry. What did you just call me?
Oh, ass. I miss you, ass.
Hey, no fair.
Change mine too.
I don't get it.
It's a weed thing. Can I have a name? I don't accept this.
That started with the letter of your name.
Oh, I can think of something that starts with the letter C.
The tribe is spoken.
What are we going to name Jessie?
Where is Jessie?
Oh,
my heart.
No wonder it took so long.
Actually, I just spoke to Phil in the bathroom. That's the reason for the delay. I got distracted. There were these flowers that looked like they had eyes.
Wait, don't Alex's parents notice that you're smoking weed in their house?
Oh, they smoke with us.
that is my kind of family.
I literally cannot imagine smoking with my parents.
I literally cannot imagine you smoking anyway.
Do I need to chug another glass of wine to prove that I'm a party person?
Oh, no.
Fine. I will take dainty sips like a lady. Pinkies up, bitches.
Whose dress is that anyway, Jess?
It's Alex's mom's from her rehearsal dinner. I was like, no, that's too much. But she insisted.
That is so special. Oh my God.
His mom totally likes you. She wouldn't have given you that if she didn't.
It was awkward asking to borrow something, but she actually seemed excited to help. She showed me her closet. I tried a few things on. She even put my hair up. Obviously, she's not my mom, but it was comforting spending time with her. And it means a lot that she wanted me to wear this dress. You know what sounds cheesy? But I feel officially welcome now. Like I'm not just a guest or a burden, but like I'm really wanted here. Like I belong here. Yeah, I think that's it. I am becoming a part of the family.
Y'all are fixing to get married.
I know.
Dear God, stop it! There is no love during happy hour except the friendship kind. And nobody's getting married for a long time.
Video chat wedding.
Silent.
Hey, Jess needs a stupid name too.
Stupid, they're festive.
Wait, I know.
Oh, I don't know if I really need. I think I'm. Actually, I do like that.
Guys, this is fun.
Yes, this is a ton of fun.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You're a major pain in the ass. But I'm glad we did it.
Oh, we should take a screenshot to commemorate the occasion.
Yes, let's caption it the one time we looked cute in quarantine.
Let's hurry up and do it now. If we keep drinking, be messy AF soon.
I want to take this stuff off.
You just argued with us for 15 minutes about why we need to get dressed up. And now you want to take it off.
Prom is kind of like the Grand Canyon. You get there, you take a picture, and then you're ready to turn around and go home. Plus, this dress is itchy and I'm starting to get the liquor sweats. I want to put on a t-shirt.
You are ridiculous.
Mood.
All right, everybody, hold up your drink. Smile. To prom.
To prom.
Prom.
To us.
Thank you guys so much for watching our show tonight. We really appreciate it. We have 4 more shows tomorrow night at 7:30. They're completely different and they're fantastic. So we're excited to show them to you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful night and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.